right, sometimes I like to pull back the curtain on the show a little bit. For whatever reason, Zensky, early on in the show, during the intro music, is always just nodding his head at the same exact moment, at the same exact time, each and every week, and it's just puzzling as to why he does it. By the way, welcome to the weekend here. Nick Karski and Zensky with you. But have you picked up on that? Like, that's something that you do. Like, you nod your head to the beat at the same exact moment, at the same exact time, each and every week.
I'm very rhythmic. I have a lot of pride and passion for music, and I just love our intro so much that every time it plays, I can't help but just nod along with the beat. It's what I do. You've never seen me DJ live before, but God, if I'm getting this sort of critique now, you're going to be really ripping me a new one when you see me play in front of people.
Why? What
because
the hell
I'm
do
just
you
like
do?
Because I'm just like like foots are tapping, hands are moving, head is bobbing. Like I'm all over the place. Ask anybody who's seen me play before. It's like I just get into it.
Another thing Zensky likes to do is he likes to start the show before we actually begin with everything. He likes to test his audio levels into his microphone, and he says the same exact thing over and over again. Would you like to let the listeners know what that is?
No, I would not.
Well, you literally could have just said it right then and there, and it would have answered it. It would have just answered it. He always goes, yeah, in that same exact tone, in that same exact style every single week. Yes, you do. Do not deny that. That's BS if you're trying to hide this.
I'm not denying that. I'm denying the way that you did it. It's not yeah, it's yeah.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Is there any weird tics or anything bizarre that I do before the show starts or during the show? Have we picked up on anything now that we're on episode 22 right now? Is there anything that you've picked up on me where you're just like, wow, he does this every time? Or you maybe think to yourself, wow, this dude is really annoying.
I think that through every conversation that you and I have had over the past 11 years.
Excellent.
But I noticed last week you were holding the mic stand and the mic for a good portion of the show.
What's wrong with that?
For support.
Yeah? What's wrong with that? See? Like that.
I don't...
Just let it happen, man. I'm just trying to be casual. I'm relaxed here. I'm enjoying my time.
It's just such a weird, you're like the Fonz on the jukebox, but with a mic stand.
And I'm not nearly as good looking
as Henry Winkler in the 1950s or 60s.
Fonz during Happy Days in 1968 or whatever year it was. Oh my God, good looking dude, good looking guy.
Here's the question though: the Fonz or Dr. Saverstein?
Who?
Dr. Saverstein from Parks and Rec.
From Parks and Rec. No, the Fonz. Henry Winkler is the Fonz. Man,
that's what he's good looking. That's what he's going
man.
Down in history at.
I tell you what, the leather jacket, I mean, come on, what's not to love? All right, enough of us.
Well, I wasn't getting into it that much. Man crushing over Henry Winkler.
I was going to say, this has gotten really awkward, so let's just move on to what we always do, all right?
Here's what you missed.
We got good news. Ready for some good news?
I was going to say something weird, but yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No, yeah, you're ready for some good news.
Yeah.
So, no, just no. All right. So, earlier this week, yesterday, I believe, President Biden was giving a news conference where he announced, unbeknownst to many viewers and listeners, that there will now be enough vaccines produced for every adult American to have one by the end of May, which is essentially moving up what was the timeline by 2 months. A few weeks ago, I believe, during the CNN town hall or another interaction, the president said he was targeting July, basically, for everybody to be inoculated. Now that has essentially been moved up because in thanks to Merck, the drug company partnering with Johnson & Johnson, their competitor essentially, to help with vaccine production. So I just think that's great that two huge pharmaceutical companies could put competition and put it aside to, help the good of the world, essentially.
Yeah. Well, you got to look at it from a business model standpoint. I'm sure they're hoping that this sounds terrible. This is the Debbie Downer in me. They're hoping that it gives them some good publicity, which I kind of get, though. At the same time, like, look, if you can make everything a little bit better, like, hey, go for it by all means. Look, I think we're all kind of exhausted with everything that's going on. We're kind of burned out with everything that's going on, and more, I truly feel like there's a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. And I know that's so cliche to say, and I know everybody else has been saying that, but at the same time, like, I mean, we're still going through all of the, mask wearing and washing hands and distancing and this, that, and the other, yada, yada. If you're still feeling, or if you feel any sort of crazy symptoms, stay home from work, don't spread it to anybody. Like, we're dealing with all of that stuff. But at the same time, we're a year into this thing now. And we have reached the 1 year mark, basically, when it started to run rampant here and became discoverable in the United States. Mm-hmm. So I think there is a sense of relief that there is some relief here down the road for the very near future. Now, if certain states can get their acts together in terms of vaccinating and getting that stuff out there as soon as possible, I think we'll be in a better position. But I mean, all things considered, the fact of the matter is this stuff's out there. It's ready to be injected into our arms. Good riddance, COVID, at some point.
Yeah. So I can't wait to get mine, and hopefully it's soon.
Yeah.
In other news, boy, am I excited for this. I did not know about this until you told me like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, we're going to talk about this.
Oh, hell yeah, we're talking about this. Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak are teaming up for a new band with arguably one of the best band names ever. I don't know why, it just sounds freaking cool. Silk Sonic.
I feel like it's got to have...
That's just fun to say.
Like a little bit of a Silk Sonic. And then just like Bootsy Collins just saying something like ridiculous and just, oh man, it's going to be awesome.
It's either that or just like 70s porno music underneath it. Like,
I don't even know what to expect. It's coming out this weekend. It's coming out Friday. I have no idea what to expect because...
Oh, it's coming out that soon?
Yeah, he announced this like a week ago and basically said, hey, next week, this thing's coming out. And you all didn't know about it. And we all said, nope, we had no idea. And we're talking about one of the biggest stars going in the music industry today in Bruno Mars. And Anderson is just he's got so many good songs and everything like that.
So good.
I'm not really sure what to expect. To be perfectly honest,
I don't know.
I remember thinking to myself when Bruno Mars came out with his 24 Karat Magic album, I thought to myself, I think we're gonna see some older vibes on that song. Like we're gonna hear some of those, the 90s sound, that R&B rap sort of sound to it, because I just had a feeling. And that was the case, obviously. I mean, we're talking about songs right. Like Chunky and Finesse and 24 Karat Magic. I mean, yeah, all those songs. They just had that 90s feel to it. This, I'm assuming we're going to go back to 1977.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
We're going to go back to probably it's going to, I just like my favorite Anderson .Paak song is Tense. And like that just has such a good vibe to it. And so pair that with Bruno Mars, who is known for, just throwing it back. Uptown Funk was his first foray into that by doing like the whole horns, big band, yet like 90s feel. And then he did obviously his whole 24 Karat Magic album. Yeah. But I'm excited for this. This is going to be good.
It's going to be about as good as it gets, man.
Let's hope.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what to expect. But we're talking about one of the foremost, best entertainers in the business in Bruno Mars. I stand by the fact that's why he is genuinely one of my favorites, and some people might think, oh, maybe he's too poppy or whatever. No. He's musically gifted beyond belief, and he puts on one party of a concert. If you've ever gotten the chance to see him live, it is a party from start to finish, just full of energy and full of life.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten to see him, but he's definitely on the list now.
You're missing out, man. You are absolutely missing out. You need to see him soon when we can get back to normal.
I will do that. Speaking of things that are, well, this is kind of abnormal, but you remember a few times on the show we've talked about alcohol being discovered in random spots?
Yes.
There was a couple that found like an old brewery, or like it was a brewery was found like a tunnel somewhere. A couple found some like old booze under their basement.
Underneath their basement, yeah.
So in the latest development of this trend almost, contractors found a message in a whiskey bottle under the floor of a Scottish kitchen. Craig Harrigan, age 35, posted a video of the discovery to TikTok and said he and a colleague were working in the kitchen of an Edinburgh home when they pulled up the floor and found a message written on the tiles beneath. The message reads, "Jack and May lived here. 3 kids and a dog. Kitchen done up during April and May 2001. All the best. Have a drink on us." The note was accompanied by a bottle of Glenkinchie whiskey.
Can I just
That's
say,
pretty cool.
No, that is unbelievably disappointing.
Why?
That's a bad story. You said
What were you
the note
expecting?
was from what? 2000 what?
2001.
Who cares? 20 years ago. Give me a break.
It's 2 decades. What? It's not a century, but
Get
it's so a
outta
long
here.
time ago.
Look, if you find a note that says
Jesus.
something about I was here during the famine of 1802, like give me something like that. Give me something historical to be excited about. Don't give me this 20-year-old BS about have a drink on us, enjoy.
Dude,
get out of here.
Dude, it was a slow news week. That's the best you're gonna get.
God almighty.
That's all I got. I mean, unless you want to talk about people winning the lottery and doing freak if I know, like random ass world record crap, like that's all I got.
Okay, I mean, all right. So that's it for the headlines then?
Well, no.
Oh,
The last thing that the last thing that we got in terms of headlines is, I mean, it just kind of happened. It was the Golden Globes. The 2021 Golden Globes, I think, went
The Golden
as
Globes
well
happened.
as everybody. They happened because that's, I think, as well as everybody thought they were gonna happen, and it was obviously hosted virtually. Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, the dynamic duo that they are, hosted together. However, Tina Fey did it from the Rainbow Room on top of 30 Rock in New York City. Amy Poehler did it from LA, and they just kind of like put them through the power of television on the same screen together. So they were funny. They did their thing. You could go look up your best and worst lists online. There's plenty of them out there, but notable things were the new Borat movie winning Best Picture, which was surprising.
That one Best Picture?
Best Picture.
Or are we talking about
best-
like best like comedy musical?
Hold on, let me see.
Now see, there's a difference here because if it's best comedy and musical, that I can maybe understand. But if it's best picture, like we're talking about overall best picture, no way. Because I saw that Borat movie and it doesn't even compare to the first one.
So the name of the film was called Borat's Subsequent Movie Film. The film received 3 nominations at the 78th Golden Globe Awards, winning for Best Actor, Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy for Baron Cohen, and Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy.
Okay.
So in that category, yeah.
Do they even do a best picture for the Golden Globes, or is that an Oscars
I guess
thing?
it would be. No, I guess since they have it already split up by musical or comedy, they must have like a drama category then.
Yeah, I think they divvy it up a little bit. I mean,
But
look,
I mean,
the movie wasn't bad. It wasn't.
oh, you saw it?
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite though, because I feel like the first Borat was so good, so iconic, so original, and it doesn't compare to the second one. It just doesn't.
Well, I mean, because I think for you and I, like that was one of the movies that like chalk it up as one that I guess we were in high school when it came out, maybe.
So
like
quotable.
It's that,
senior year of high school, man.
Right. Yeah. Yak Shamaj and like just everything that came out of that movie.
I like you.
Right.
I like a
Number
sex.
4 prostitute in all of
nice.
Kazakhstan.
See, we can just keep going,
Right.
man. We just like the entire show. We can just comment
Right.
Borat stuff. Some
It's
of
like
it.
that and Napoleon Dynamite.
I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite.
You've never seen Napoleon Dynamite?
No. Probably never won a
Get
Golden
outta here.
Globe. No, I swear to God, I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite.
I don't think it did. But
Of course
all
it
right,
did.
fair enough. But anyway, the person who's not winning a Golden Globe anytime soon for his what do you call it? For his presentation skills is good old Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, what the hell
and this is
happened
probably-
with that stuff, man?
This
Like,
is probably
that
the
was
most
crazy.
notable. You want to play the clip?
I mean, we'll get to it in a second, but I feel like with award shows, we're always given like that moment, the especially in today's society, that social media moment that's just gonna run rampant. Everyone's gonna talk about it the next day. Everyone's gonna meme it. Everyone's gonna GIF it or GIF it, whatever the hell you want to use, however you want to call it.
No. GIF.
I would say so too, but there are some people who say it with a J. So,
You're wrong.
either way, I woke up the next morning. I did not watch the Golden Globes for 1 second, not for 1 second.
Okay.
And this clip was viral, but not viral enough, in my opinion, because it was one of the most bizarre moments from this year's Golden Globes. Everybody was kind of harping in on, was it Robert De Niro who was like half asleep, it looked like, or was asleep at one
Jason
point?
Sudeikis.
No. See, Jason Sudeikis was sleeping at one point too?
He was like, people say he was stoned, just wearing a hoodie to accept his award.
Well, right. And then there were
That's the only. Oh no, Al Pacino.
Was it Al Pacino?
I think it was Al Pacino.
I don't know. It was De Niro or Pacino. I think it may have been Pacino. You might be right on that. But regardless, it looked like he was sleeping at one point, and a lot of people were kind of taking that meme and rolling with it, or taking the Jason Sudeikis one where he's like awkwardly smiling directly into the camera. But this, to me, was the most pivotal moment of the Golden Globes, and I feel like not enough people are talking about Tracy Morgan's gaffe at this year's Golden Globes.
And the Golden Globe goes to Sal.
We must follow our dreams because we only have one life to live.
Just the not confidence, but the like how do you get the word Sal out of best, I don't know if it was the cartoon, award or best musical score,
Best
I think is
animated
what it was.
feature.
I think it was, but I think the actual award during that time was
okay.
for the musical score to it. And he provides us with a
Sal. And the Golden Globe goes to Sal.
We must follow our dreams
and then
because we only
cut
have one life to live.
I think it was John Baptiste accepting the award. They cut right to him. You can't even hear Tracy Morgan mention soul in him correcting himself at the end of it.
Good Lord. I mean,
Sal!
this guy. This guy is known for so much dumb stuff, and this just added to the list, between, I don't know, just obviously a lot of people know him from, what was the, 30 Rock.
30 Rock?
Yeah. Obviously SNL, but this is definitely making him relevant again
It's absurd.
for a day or two.
It's absurd.
It is.
Sal!
He's saying Sal, like the name, which is SAL. How do you get, even with his type of voice and accent, how do you get soul to Sal?
It's like he's
Sal.
the movie's about a pizza parlor.
Sal.
It's about a lone pizza parlor owner, or a lonely pizza. That's what it is. It's a lonely pizza parlor owner whose name is
Sal.
and it's like a big mafia kind of movie. That's what it is.
Sal.
You've just described every pizza place in Brooklyn.
Perfect. See, and that's the movie. That's what Tracy Morgan introduced.
Sal.
Which is so demeaning because I haven't seen this movie yet, but everything I've heard about it is just so good.
Yeah,
and
Soul
obviously
was a
for
very
it to win best animated feature, that's saying something. So,
but here's the one thing about Tracy Morgan's delivery with that. No pun intended, because Sal is, of course, about a pizza parlor owner who is, falling on some hard times and is up for like best movie from the Golden Globes.
Sal.
The kicker to it is that you can hear the kind of confusion in the way he delivers it. So listen to it one more time. There's totally confusion there.
And the Golden Globe goes to Sal.
Like you can hear, like he just kind of realized, like, oh, wait a second, I just said that wrong. It doesn't compare to what is probably considered the finest moment in American television history, especially when it comes to the awards ceremonies that we see all the time on television. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, was delivered as confidently as John Travolta's introduction of Idina Menzel at the Oscars like 7 years ago.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Like the confidence is there in the way he announces her name.
right.
Sal.
Wait, that's
The
not
guy-
it. That wasn't it. That was the wrong one.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
And
it's
like
absurd, man.
he's like, I know I'm a freaking famous actor. I'm gonna put a little bit of a wicked pun in there because it's what she's known for, and this and that, and I'm gonna be cool and sly about it. I'm just gonna butcher her name in the process,
Adele Dazeem.
but I'm gonna be cool about it. I'm gonna be
Adele
John Travolta.
Dazeem.
I'm gonna be.
But how do you get Adele Dazeem out of Idina Menzel?
Adele Dazeem.
Like I've been thinking about this. I mean, not since every day that this happened, but occasionally. And I mean, Adele, singer in her own accord, right? People know her, love her. Very different from Idina Menzel.
I don't think he was confusing them by any stretch of the imagination. I think he
don't-
was just an idiot and didn't know how to say Idina Menzel.
Adele Dazeem.
Idina Menzel.
Adele Dazeem.
Idina Menzel.
Adele Dazeem.
Like, there's no way you just screw that up. He just had no idea how to say her name. He was so confident in trying to be clever when he says the wickedly talented one and only. He's just ready to go, just ready to give it to the audience. And then what does he give us?
Adele Dazeem.
Because he doesn't know how to read a teleprompter.
This is the equivalent of an Olympian like running the 400 and then like tripping at the 399 mark.
Oh, no question about it. There's no question
And just
about
like
it.
just totally failing. Like
There's
he
no question.
went into it with flying colors and then just bombed.
He is.
And now it's I don't know.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say like can you name anything more recently than he's known for? Because all of his stuff is from back in the day. It's Grease, it's Pulp Fiction, it's like all of those films that he's in. What has he done in the last 10 years? Well, no, he was in the OJ movie, right? The Netflix movie with
No.
he was in that, yeah. He played
wa-
one of the attorneys, I think, with David Schwimmer.
He was John Gotti.
Yes, that's who he was. He was John Gotti.
Adele Dazeem.
But other than that, yeah.
John Gotti giving us
Adele Dazeem.
incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
He actually kind of he kind of sounds like the guy from Pulp Fiction, his character from Pulp Fiction in that voice. I know it's his
Sounds
voice,
like
but
his character. It's his voice.
I know,
What
but
do you
like,
mean?
you know,
It sounds like him. Of course, it sounds
No,
like
but
him
like-
because that's his voice.
Obviously, though, when you act, you will put an inflection in your voice or put a completely different accent on depending who the character is. I just think he clearly didn't have to do that for that role because it sounds very similar to me.
If John Travolta was if John Travolta made that gaffe here in 2021, he would have landed like if he would have made that gaffe here at the Golden Globes this past weekend, he would have landed on a new list that we are coming up with. And we are unveiling for the first time. Unfortunately, John Travolta will not be on it, but some people will. Ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe he will one day.
Yeah. We introduce you to...
I pity the fool.
Yes. I Pity the Fool. Where we take a
We
look
pity
at
the fool.
Yes, where we take a look at some folks who have just, I don't know, grinded gears, made us mad, confused us, just did weird things. However you want to use, or whatever words you want to use to describe who they are, what they've done. Kind of some
You could
bizarre
say they
stuff.
made fools out of themselves.
That's part of it. There you go.
Right?
We begin with the new $31 million man. That's J.J. Watt, the newest member of the Arizona Cardinals, who signed a 2-year, $31 million deal, $23 million guaranteed. You mean to tell me, J.J., you were so concerned about going to a true contender at the age of 31 years old that you decided to go to a team that very well could be the fourth best team in the NFC West.
I pity the fool.
Give me a break. Did you see how he gave out the news too? Did you see how he let everybody know?
He talked about it as casually as John Travolta introducing Adina Menzel. He just tweeted it out, or Instagram, Facebook, wherever it was.
Yeah,
right?
he went
Was it
on
a
Twitter
tweet?
and it was him getting ready to lift, and he was wearing a Cardinal shirt, and all it said was
Right.
"Source me." Get out of here with that nonsense. This is a guy who cares all about himself. He just wants to make it an act, and give me a break.
Do you know what he was trying to do? He was trying to trying to be the next Brady Gronk video. Remember after they played a game together, or was it a couple years ago, and they were like, "Oh, is Gronk coming?" Oh, it was right before Gronk retired, right? And they were walking down the tunnel of the stadium, and they did these looks to the camera, like, "Oh yeah, we're not done yet."
Oh yeah,
That sort of thing. He was trying to be cool like them.
Well, here's the thing, and it's not like it's the end of the road for J.J. Watt, but more or less, this is a guy that wanted to, quote-unquote, go to a contender, according to so many media reports. It's like the Bills were in the picture, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Bills fan. I'm not bitter by it by any stretch of the imagination. Look, 2 years, $31 million? Absolutely not. I would never want to see the Buffalo Bills pay that kind of money to this guy. But, when you're talking about contenders, you're thinking about Buffalo. You're thinking about Green Bay. You're thinking about the Cleveland Browns, for God's sake. You're not thinking about the Arizona Cardinals, buddy.
Right.
You're just not. J.J. Watt.
I pity the fool.
Next on the list. Where do we start with this one? Greg Abbott, governor of Texas.
Yeah.
Tate Reeves, governor of Mississippi. They have decided to relax restrictions and lift mask mandates.
I pity the fool.
To lift everything,
Oh,
for
yeah.
that matter, not just mask mandates. I think Greg Abbott's tweet was something like, mask mandates are lifted, 100% opening the economy, everything. And it's like, oh, so sure of that? Shouldn't you maybe be focusing on the hundreds of thousands of people in your state that still don't have clean drinking water? The shit show that was the power grid in your state for a good number of days and or weeks, depending on who you ask. Now, I don't know. Maybe take public health a little more seriously, but that's just me.
There's going to be so many people who listen to this and think, well, we've been doing this long enough. Why do I need a mask or anything? Look, I'm sorry. I mean, you believe what you want to believe. This thing is real. Unfortunately, it's still going on right now until I'm told that I can safely not wear a
Right.
mask, sorry, that's what I'm doing. You do you believe in what you believe in, but I'm going to do something else in what I believe in for the time being, and, you know, don't rain on my parade, boys and girls.
The funny thing about this is that like that argument is totally moot, because if those people would just realize that if they were to just do the right thing and wear a mask, this whole thing would have been, you know, pushed down past the levels where it is even now a lot sooner.
Yeah.
And it would have caused a lot of people a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, you know, families would still be together, like all of this. Like if the few people who were deniers would have just been a bigger person and taken one for the good of humanity, like we all are.
Greg Abbott, Tate Reeves, yeehaw.
I'm Peter Fool.
Shameful. Anyway,
Final fools of the week. It's those who collect NBA Top Shots. Have you heard about this yet?
what?
You haven't heard
No,
of
I
NBA
haven't.
Top Shot?
No. Well, is it a no? What?
It's an online company. Well, it's not an online company, but an online company has given basketball fans the chance to buy a collection of digital basketball cards, which are essentially basketball highlights. So people are spending money on owning these digital highlights. And these moments that you can own, they range in rarity. Like, I could buy a moment that is only available to 100 people, or only available to 500 people, or only available to like 20 people. I don't know. But people are spending money so that they can have these digital cards. I use air quotes, digital cards, which are essentially highlights from NBA games, to which you can find these highlights on YouTube, I'm sure, if you look around really, really hard. Case in point, somebody recently bought a highlight of LeBron dunking on somebody for $208,000.
I'm Peter Fool.
$208,000 for a highlight of LeBron dunking on somebody.
So, are you talking about NFTs?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think you're talking about NFTs because
hell-
I've been seeing this I don't know either. I've been seeing these everywhere in the news lately. And they're basically, you ready for a name? They are called non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. They are a new type of digital asset.
Is this like a
Ownership of these
cryptocurrency, essentially?
Yep, it's recorded on a blockchain.
God almighty. That's absurd.
I think this is exactly what that is.
That's
So, 'cause
exactly
I've just
what
been-
it is.
Yep, I've been seeing this all over the place. Like, oh, here it is. Wait. No, I just saw an NBA. Oh, yeah, NBA Top Shot. Here it is. An NFT platform based in the U.S. Basketball League lets users buy and sell short clips showing match highlights from star players. NBA Top Shots has facilitated over $280 million in sales to date.
I know, it's stupid.
That's wild, man.
It's stupid. It makes no sense.
I don't get this.
I don't understand the financing behind it, the
crypto.
cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin, all that nonsense that's going on, the Dogecoin, all that craziness. People just invest in it and try to hope to make a couple of bucks out of it, and that's that. But the fact of the matter is that, again, these are digital highlights that you can find just about anywhere on the World Wide Web, which is something that we've had around here for some time now, 30 some odd years. It's something that you can find online. You don't even have to buy anything for it. You want to watch LeBron dunk over and over and over again? Go to YouTube. It's a hell of a place. It's a hell of a website. You can find just about anything and everything you want there. You don't have to shell out $200,000 to watch LeBron dunk over somebody for 3 straight hours.
You could find us on there.
How much would we be worth? 2 cryptocurrencies? Is that accurate?
Depends on
Is that how you use the terminology? Are we 2 cryptocurrencies? Are we two, or can we make our own cryptocurrency? Ooh, that's the big question here. Can we make our own cryptocurrency?
I mean, I think to come up with a name like Dogecoin, somebody just did this in their garage. So yes, why can't we? What would we call it though?
That's what I'm thinking. To the
Karski coin.
Karski coin. That's a good one. Yeah, if we had our own cryptocurrency, Karski coin.
Sure, I'll give you all the credit.
Bierzensky bucks.
No, Bierzensky bucks. Zensky cents.
Zensky. Oh, Karski coins and Zensky cents. But if we wanted it to the weekend, what's a good word that starts with a W that kind of has to do with currency? Is there any
weekend wages?
Weekend wages. Yes. Okay. So
I'm all about the alliteration, man.
The weekend wages. Okay. The weekend wages is the bank, if you will, of the cryptocurrency. Under the umbrella of weekend wages, you can get Karski coins and Zensky cents.
What's the ratio of Karski coins to Zensky cents?
I don't know. Do we need a ratio? Can't we just make this stuff up as we go along? Like, can't people just give us money and we just say, congratulations, you own 20% of Karski coin?
I don't know. This is the oldest like television sitcom gag. I feel like this has been written into so many shows, and if you've seen The Office, you would know about Truth Bucks, but you don't know that.
No, of course not. I have no idea.
No, but yeah, that was a big one of the inside jokes of the show. But I don't if you know about blockchain or whatever this stuff is called, let us know in the comments, or if you consider yourself, or if you know a blockchain expert, please hit us up, because we will happily have you on the show to try to make Karski coins and Zensky cents.
All right, whenever that happens, just let me know. I won't be around because they're a bunch of nerds.
What is your thing against nerds? You were harping on nerds last week's show too.
What happened?
Or the week
I'm just saying. If you want blockchain bozos on the show, whatever, just that's fine. We can have them on. Just let me know when that's gonna be. I might be on vacation or something.
To Disney World.
Disney World, Lake Placid, the Adirondacks, New Jersey. I don't know. Do they have anything going on in New Jersey right now? Probably not.
New Jersey never has anything going on.
I just have a feeling if we need a blockchain person to be on the show with us, just like I said, just let me know. I just want to make sure I have no plans that weekend. Okay.
So we will. We'll see where this whole thing goes. If you were in the market, is this going to be your new playing card thing? Because you're all over the baseball cards.
My new playing cards.
But
no, playing cards? Like we're talking about a deck of cards?
No, I meant baseball cards. I'm sorry.
Okay, so now you're saying that baseball cards are playing cards. Like we just like
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
back in my day, Sonny, we used to take our baseball cards and put them on the spokes of bicycles, and we used to ride around with them. Playing cards. Get out of here.
Listen, buddy. It was a slip of the tongue. It was a mistake.
You know what else?
I told you I had a headache tonight. All right.
Pulling back the curtain again. Zensky's sick.
I'm not. Okay, bad thing to say right now. I just have a headache because my ear hurts. And it's when your ear hurts, your head hurts.
We gotta go so Zensky can go to sleep. He's in a grumpy mood now.
I gotta go so I can read up on how we're gonna make Karski coins and Zensky cents a thing.
That's going to do it for us.
What the hell John Travolta was actually trying to say.
Yeah, right? Make sure you rate, subscribe, review, then do it all over again so we can get more listens. Rate, subscribe, and review again, okay?
That's right.
Drive that traffic up.
We'll take it.
Hey. No. You go first.
No, you stay classy, my friend.
All right, you stay classy, my friend. See ya.
Peace.